equipment, I would say let's get the Randy. Look, it's here. Next 3 to 4 games right here, man, they got everything set up.
Are you keeping it here?
No, I gotta take it. I gotta break it down and take it. I'm gonna move this stuff off to the side. So your daughter doesn't get tripped up at all.
Where's the bag? You have one bag?
Good evening, sports fans. Coming to you live tonight from York County Tech Fieldhouse. It's Todd Edwards, along with my broadcast partner, Dude Jones, who will be here temporarily, and I'll be joined later tonight by my co-host, Brandy Shope. She'll be here as well, but for the time being, do welcome behind the camera right now for our introductions as we've settled in tonight for really, night one of 4 nights that we're going to be here broadcasting basketball games, all in the name of the county championships. Of course, tonight it's the girls' semifinals taking place with the first matchup, the Eastern York Golden Knights taking on Bermudian Spring Eagles, and then the main event matchup tonight, Dallastown Wildcats take on Delone Catholic Squirettes tonight. A big matchup, a doubleheader. Both teams tonight, 4 teams start, 2 will punch their ticket to the girls' championship this Thursday right here at York County Tech Fieldhouse, too. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, this would be a great night of basketball, especially on the girls' side. Some of the best teams of girls in the counties right now are going to play here tonight. Should be a really good game. We're at this immaculate field house at York County School of Technology. They set up, this is the first time of us being here filming it, and it feels like a college atmosphere a little bit.
Well, a similar gymnasium to the Grumbacher Center on the campus of York College. The same colors inside here. You even see the Spartans on the north court side here, and looking forward to a nice crowd settling in here tonight. Should be fun. Of course, a doubleheader of action tonight, and then tomorrow we'll be back here for the boys' games.
Yep,
the Final Four and boys tomorrow.
We'll be back for the boys' game as well as the county championship girls and boys on Friday and Saturday. So it's going to be a great
Thursday, Friday.
Thursday, Friday. I'm sorry,
yeah,
Thursday, Friday.
It's a full week of basketball. You've heard of March Madness. Tonight it's about the high school game, and more specifically, the YAIAA County Championships taking place here tonight. Broadcast partner Dude Jones will be here briefly, and then we'll switch over to Brandy Shope, who will be here later tonight.
Yeah, Brandy will be here momentarily. This wasn't really on our schedule, but the sponsors that want to be wanted this game to be on TV for the girls and for the boys. So big shout out to the sponsors, what we're going to get to right now.
Well, and let's thank our sponsors for just not the semifinals and the championship game. S3 Performance Training, the leading training facility for student athletes in the 717 area and beyond. John Turpak, Ron Johnson specializes in strength, speed, stamina, and work with hundreds of student athletes per year. Check out S3 Performance Training. They're located at 2810 East Prospect Road, right here in York, Pennsylvania. Remember, their training is not limited to just student athletes. It's for everybody. Contact John Turpak or Ron Johnson at s3performancetraining.com or simply give them a call at 717-542-4247. Our second sponsor for tonight, Prestige Motor Cars of York. Owner Jesse Ferber has been a longtime friend of the network and supported the program for the past 3 years. Prestige Motor Cars of York is located on the historical trail at 1899 Susquehanna Trail right here in York, Pennsylvania. Best luxury cars for $10,000 or less. And in these times, that sounds like a real, not a deal, but a steal.
It's a deal and a steal. You're absolutely right. Located on that historical Susquehanna Trail. And Prestige Motor Cars of York. And of course, we have a new sponsor tonight.
Sponsor, To the T Outfitters. We thank them for joining, owned locally by Chris Markey. To the T Outfitters has been in business for the past 16 years. They're located on 10 Church Road right here in York, Pennsylvania. Their contact number, 717-718-5532. To the T is your #1 stop shop for all your screen printing, embroidery, and team apparel. It's where teams go to get their gear. Contact them on social media sites such as Facebook and Instagram. We want to thank all 3 sponsors, not just for tonight's games, but the whole way through. Right,
Absolutely. And you can also see their contact information and their logo at the bottom of our screen. So check that out throughout the game. Like I said, should be a really good game tonight. They have the Jumbotron on both sides.
They do. It's a nice feature here. Now, yeah, and it'll be interesting to see that. Working behind the cameras tonight, Lexi Miller, get her.
Your daughter, Lexi Miller, she came through in the clutch. She's a big-time player. Really appreciate that. She's here tonight to help us out. And, they have us on the podium. She's up a little high tonight, but we're going to make sure she's okay.
Yeah, she was concerned she may fall through and maybe try to do her best Mick Foley impersonation here. But
there it
we
is.
hope to avoid that at all costs.
And this gym, this field house, they have a couple concession stands as well. So there's plenty of food here to eat tonight.
There is. It's spacious, and want to remind the fans, if you're interested in coming out, by all means check us out, or simply watch the comfort of your own home.
And just to let the fans know, the reason why we're at the field house at York County School of Technology, because the three-point line at York College is at the college level, so they couldn't adjust that. So tonight we're at the field house at York County School of Technology. And here are the announcements.
This game will be featured on Comcast Cable Channel 18 of York, White Rose Community TV YouTube channel, and on the Sports Shooting Stars Facebook page. Just a reminder, this contest is being played for the benefit of the students and athletes of these 2 schools. We ask that you respect the officials and opposing players and cheer positively for your team. No handheld signs, banners, or noisemakers are permitted. All spectators are asked to remain seated during play. Anyone by their unsportsmanlike actions or conduct will be removed from the gymnasium. We thank you in advance for your cooperation. And now let's meet the participants for tonight's first contest. First for the guests on the scoreboard, the Golden Knights of Eastern York. Junior number 22, Kendall Felix. A 5'9" senior number 10, Abigail Hennice. A 5'8" senior number 21, Brianna Grimm. And a 5'9" senior number 23, Victoria Zerbe.
The Eastern Golden Knights announced.
Mr. Jason Sykes, assisted by Ms. Christina Keller and Mr. Seve Cunningham. And now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Eagles of Bermuda Spring. 5'11" senior number 11, Leah Belmere.
And as you can see, Todd, when they introduced the players, their faces on the Jumbotron. That's a nice feature that they have going on.
I want to think it's the first in the county that's offering that
Number 22,
feature.
Peter. A 5'10" senior number 23, Bailey Emmett. And a 5'8" senior number 30, Hannah Chenault.
And there you have it, sports fans.
Mr. Todd Askins, Mr. Tom Moore, Mr. Todd Black, and Mrs. Rachel Pincus. Tonight's officials are Mr. Mike Heisler, Mr. Marty Ness, and Mr. Nick Petrie. At this time, we ask that you all please rise and join in showing respect for our national anthem.
have it, sports fans, the playing of our national anthem. And I'm joined in the broadcast booth now by Brandy Shope, racing around town from one end to the next. And here you are. Welcome aboard.
I am glad to be here. This should be one heck of a basketball game. These ladies have played well all season long. Both come from very established programs. I'm excited to see Jason Seitz here. His brother coaches the Eastern boys team.
They'll be here tomorrow night.
We'll
are
be
up
here
first.
tomorrow,
Yes,
too.
We will be too. The whole way through, as I mentioned earlier before joining us, Brandy, it's a full week of basketball for Sports Shooting Stars. I want to remind the fans tonight, tomorrow night, the boys semifinals, the girls championship game Thursday night here, and then the boys will finish things up on Friday night. So, yes, it's a full slate of basketball, dude.
I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of it.
Buckle up, and we hope the sports fans that are tuned at home, that are ready for this, as we are moments away from tip-off. And, you know, Brandy, I may move a little closer to the action here.
Me too. I'm coming with you.
Yep, let me.
I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Brianna Grimm hit her 1,000 points this year.
1,000 points, yes, she did. And we're underway here. As you can see, Eastern York moving left to right on your TV screen in their blue jerseys, Bermudian Springs in their white jerseys. 4 8-minute quarters. And some missed shots to get things underway here. Maybe working the butterflies out here a little bit here in their center stage semifinal round.
I think I like about both of these teams is their discipline. Both of them are patient. They make good passes, they work the ball around, and they find good shots.
Eastern York will maintain possession as that ball went out of bounds. Starting five are Eastern: Ariana Seitz, Kendall Felix, Abigail Hennies, Brianna Grimm, and Victoria Zerby, starters for Eastern York. I will give you the Bermudian Spring roster here momentarily as Eastern York's working the ball around. And a turnover. And the first points of the game. Lillian Peters. Lillian Peters, a starter for Bermudian Springs, along with Bailey Omig. And there's a bucket by number 22, Kendall Felix. Nice feature here, Brandy, with the scoreboards and all the nice amenities here at the new gymnasium.
I think I shared that last week. I was on the board as they were building this gym for Votech, and it is beautiful.
Yeah, it's spacious. It's a great facility, and we're glad to be part of it. Bermudian Springs, their starters, Leah Bielman, Amelia Peters, and a foul called. Bailey Omig and Hannah Chenault, starters for the Eagles of Bermudian Springs.
Foul number 10, Abigail Hennies. At the foul line is shooting there, number 23, Bailey Emig.
Bailey Emig at the free throw line, or as I like to call it, the charity line. Makes her first shot of the game. Winner of this game will play the winner of the upcoming game between Delone Catholic and Dallastown, which will follow this game. A 4-2 advantage. The Eagles over the Knights right now early in the first quarter. We thank you for tuning in to Sports Shooting Stars. It's Brandy Shope, Todd Edwards, coming to you from the York County Tech Fieldhouse. And we thank you for tuning in tonight for a full night of basketball. And the and one there for Victoria Zerby. Eastern York coached by Jason Seitz. Head coach for Bermudian Spring, Todd Askin. They had a nice drive to get here tonight. How about it, Brandy?
Absolutely.
Just like you. three-point play there for Victoria Zerby of Eastern York. With just over 5.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter.
That is an early 2 fouls for Abigail.
Number 10, Abigail Nice.
You mentioned early right now with 5:29 to go here in the first quarter.
The Golden Knights, number 1, Elena Neal.
And with that, Elena Neal coming in, spelling relief for Abigail Hennies. Ball out of bounds. It'll be Eastern's possession. The Golden Knights up by 1, 5-4 with 5:24 to go. You're watching the semifinal round of the YAIAA Girls County Championships. The final will be held this coming Thursday right here at this venue. And Sports Shooting Stars will bring the game to you. And a turnover there. Bermudian Springs with the ball, bringing the ball up court. Recovered by Eastern York. Both teams not afraid to put up the three-point shot, Brandy.
There we go.
Elena Neal with her first points in tonight's game. Gives the Golden Knights a 3-point lead, 7-4, with just over 4 minutes to go here in the opening quarter.
I think these Jumbotrons are helping us do our job for us. I don't even need my
Slightly.
glasses on tonight. They are amazing.
They are. Okay, yep. And a 3-point shot comes up short for Eastern York. Yeah, Brandy, you mentioned the 2 scoreboards here on each side, and if fans that are coming in maybe later for the Dallastown game, they'll be quite impressed with this venue. I would imagine a lot of planning went into building this venue here, and I'm sure they're looking to host future championship games. Tell you what, the student section of Eastern York alive and well here today. And a 3-point shot made
There we go.
by Ariana Seitz.
You do not want to let her get on fire. She is a 3-point killer.
And her first points tonight. And it gives the Golden Knights a 6-point lead, Brandy, with just over 3 minutes to go. The Eagles with the possession. Down low in the post. And you have to make those shots, Brandy, when you're down low. Lillian
There we
Peters'
go.
shot comes up short. But not that shot. That did not come up short.
Yeah, that caused a timeout. Bermudian's going to get in there, and they are going to talk about it, tightening up their defense immediately.
And break some of this momentum, disrupt the rhythm that right now Eastern York is on a roll right now with the score 12-4, an 8-point lead right now for Eastern York, leading all scores right now. Ariana Seitz with 5 points.
If you look down to your right, and we're probably not going to be able to see it with the camera right now, but over here there's a section about 8 to 9 men and women. Those are all PIAA officials here supporting their fellow officials who have the semifinal match tonight.
And you're no stranger. Want to remind the fans, you're no stranger to wearing the striped shirt.
No. It's been a real fun season this year, especially with the shortage. We got to do a lot of different things. Boys, girls, junior high, varsity, JV, everything.
And got to see a lot of the talent here in the YAIAA and beyond.
I'm excited for the future.
And we're back, coming off the timeout. Bermudian Springs with the possession. Again, we mentioned earlier, Brandy, the winner of this game plays the winner of Delone Catholic, who comes in tonight with an undefeated record, taking on Dallastown, who only have 2 losses. But right now, it's all Eastern and Bermudian Springs in our opening set game.
Come on, Ariana.
And foul on the play. Ariana Sykes, we've called her name a few times, and I would imagine throughout the course of tonight's game, we're going to be hearing a lot and calling her name, Randy.
Absolutely. And if you're going to miss a shot underneath, the best thing you can do is get your own rebound and head right to the foul line. Bermudian's going to have to box out. They cannot allow them to get 2 and 3 attempts.
Ariana will get one more shot, the charity line. Thank fans for tuning in tonight. It was kind of a last-minute play with our sponsors that came through, and we're thankful for the sponsorships and the ability to bring the game to you tonight. The semifinal round tonight with the girls. Tomorrow the boys will be back here, same start time. And a 3-point shot comes up short for Bermudian Springs. And we talk lots of times about rhythm, a team finding their rhythm, and then the opposite of that, that team stopping their rhythm. And right now we see Eastern has the rhythm, and Bermudian Springs unable to stop the momentum right now, held by the Golden Knights. It's interesting to note the girls tonight and the boys tomorrow for Eastern York.
It has been a heck of a year for Eastern.
Ariana Sykes now with 6 points. And a nice crowd has assembled here for the opening game. 7 points for Ariana Sykes. And a big 3 by Hannah Chetnall. Her first points from downtown tonight, and a big 3 with just over a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Bermudian Springs down by 7, 14-7 right now. Off the rim. And there for the easy put in, Alana Neal. Brandy, are you impressed right now with Eastern York?
Eastern York's just moving the ball around. They're dominating this game so far, but I don't want to count Bermudian out because they're tough. They're tough. I think there'll be some adjustments after this first quarter.
Eastern York on the fast break here. And now Bermudian Springs with the opportunity. Back and forth here. You like an up-tempo style game, you got it right here.
Yeah, both teams seem to be on a run and gun.
It's an exciting style of play from a fan standpoint and from a broadcaster. It's going to send Victoria Zerby to the charity line. 4 points for Victoria right now, and make it 5. We're under 30 seconds here in the opening quarter. Bermudian Springs, you mentioned earlier, Brandy, we're going to need to make some adjustments here coming into the second quarter. Another missed shot, and their shooting percentage right now not on the side of Bermudian Springs. And we've arrived at the end of the first quarter with your score, Eastern York 18, Bermudian Springs 7. And your thoughts, Brandy, so far in the first quarter?
I had mentioned, I think Eastern is dominating. They're running a quicker offense. They're moving the ball around. But most importantly, they're getting 90% of the offensive rebounds tonight. You know, if Bermudian wants to win, they are going to have to out-rebound them.
You mentioned earlier butt to gut, just playing that defense. We'll see if that can come through here in the second quarter. And it would be a good time to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. Our sponsors for not just the semifinals, but for the championship games coming up this week. S3 Performance Training, Prestige Motor Cars of York, and To The T Outfitters, a new sponsor for us. We welcome them aboard, owned locally by Chris Markey. To The T Outfitters has been in business the past 16 years. They're located on 10 Church Road right here in York, Pennsylvania. To The T is your #1 stop shop for all your screen printing, embroidery, and team apparel. And during the course of tonight's game, I have a feeling I'll be giving credit to our sponsors many a time. So be sure to give detailed descriptions as the game progresses here.
Without our sponsorship, we couldn't bring the game to you, so we appreciate them. Also, we are always looking for sponsors, so if you're interested in getting your small business out there, please reach out to us.
And we're underway here, Bermudian Springs, starting the second quarter. Brandy, were you asked to officiate any of these games, or do they get graded much like the NFL referees? Do you get a certain grade?
So after every single game you do, the coaches, ADs, they submit a score, a rating, shall we say. You have to have a certain rating to make it into these playoff games and to make it into districts. You could still have the rating and still not get in. Okay. It then becomes almost a lottery at that point.
Gotcha. A three-point shot in and out of the bucket for Alana Neal. Bermudian Springs now bring the ball up court.
Good pass.
And then trying to backdoor and in. Beelman there with her first points in tonight's game, with just over 7 minutes to go. 18-9 and a turnover, Bermudian Springs. There'll be Bermudian Springs ball with 7 minutes even here to go in the second quarter. Lillian Peters checking back in for Bermudian Springs as Lillian LeBrew will take a seat on the bench. And we're underway. And a three-point shot, Brandy. A little off the mark there, but rebounded by Bermudian Springs. And going to the net there, number 24, Victoria Bross, gets fouled. She'll head to the charity line. Looking for her first points tonight.
Is her first, team third. At the foul line, shooting here for Bermudian Springs, number 24, Victoria Bross.
Victoria Bross, again, looking for her first points tonight.
Back into the Golden Knights, number 23, Victoria Zerby.
And the student section of Eastern making their presence felt here. They're not bashful tonight, the student section for Eastern York.
Absolutely not. I love all the school spirit.
Well, we're just glad to have fans back in the stands, unlike last year.
Hundreds of fans.
Yeah, hundreds of fans here, and some choosing to stand along the upper deck here at the field house at York County Technology tonight from downtown. A big three.
That was a deep three at that.
No doubt, and an 11-point lead right now for Eastern York. Bermudian Springs, the Eagles have to claw their way back in here. They want to make a game of it with 5:52 to go. Victoria Zerby for Eastern, a foul. We'll send Lillian Peters to the charity line. Lillian has 2 points. Make it 3.
I've been watching her for the last 4 years, coming up through, doing some officiating. She has a really smooth game. She is a hustler. She is a hustler.
1 for 2 from the charity stripe. And Eastern York with the possession.
Oh my gosh. Ella was wide open underneath the basket, and they did not see it.
Yeah,
they did not see it.
Bermuda brings down number 24, Victoria Ross. That is her second team fifth.
Golden Knights looking for more here. Turnover. Bermudian Springs with the ball, bringing the ball up court. And a foul on that play, Brandy.
Yeah, they had several girls knocked down at once. Oh no.
And it looks like one may be injured there. It looks like number 11, Leah Bielmir, looks being held up by her teammate right now, and may have to come off here as the training staff looks. They're coming out on the court, being held up by her teammates there. Leah Bielman, who has 2 points,
no one
may
wants
have gotten
to
the
see.
knocked out.
I don't know. I saw her grab ankle, knee area. That always makes me frightened. I certainly don't want to see anyone injured. I'm hoping it was more like the wind was knocked out of you. You're scared, and you take a second.
Yeah, it looks as if she's not able to put a lot of weight on her right leg. She'll be tended to by the training staff here.
I made a promise tonight that I would say hello to one of our #1 fans, Kenny Kaler. Kenny follows us on YouTube, he watches us on TV, and he participates in the Special Olympics.
There you go. Hello and welcome aboard. And a big free throw there. Hannah Chenault. Thank all the fans for tuning in tonight. The Sports Shooting Stars, as it will be a full week of basketball as we culminate here at the end of the week with the county championships, and then next week, Brandy, districts will get underway. I know West York will be there, the boys.
And the girls will be in districts, West York girls.
As the games progress tonight, we could talk a little bit about that. What teams locally are going to be in districts, and the Dallastown Wildcat ladies will be part of it. Central York, the Red Lion Lady Lions, and the only 6A team for the boys will be Red Lion. Boys will travel to Chambersburg next week. And at the free throw line, Ariana Seitz. 8 points right now for Ariana Seitz. Leads all scores.
Sophomore at that. Just to mention, she's a sophomore. Her father's the coach, which definitely makes it tough. Having my father coach me, knowing how tough it is.
Yeah.
She has a lot of poise under pressure.
And a big three there by number 23.
They're chipping away. I told you Bermudian was going to chip away.
Bailey Oming with a 3-point there gives her 5 points, and that's what you have to do right now. Eastern York with the lead, 22-16, and a 3-point shot comes up short off the rim. Kick out, all by herself there to the net, and makes it look easy. Victoria Bross. 3 points for Victoria Bross, and we talk about rhythm and momentum. Well, clearly Bermudian Springs now, just down by 4, Brandy, with 4:20 to go here before halftime.
Like I said, both of the coaches on either one of these girls' teams are very, very good. I mean, Todd Askins has a very calm demeanor. He has high expectations, and he does a nice job coaching the girls. Jason, fairly new head coach, but still has been involved in the youth program with these girls for a long time. We mentioned his brother's the head coach of the boys team. And And
which they'll be playing tomorrow right here, the Eastern New York, the boys team. So it's.
I would be remiss
we'll
to say that Ariana is going to try to join her dad in the 1,000-point club, her cousins in the 1,000-point club, her uncle, I believe, in the 1,000-point club. So
Some
I think
lofty company, huh?
I think she has a good chance of heading right there with them.
And you mentioned a sophomore, 5'10" sophomore. So she's got a couple more years to go here to add to her point total.
But it is definitely a basketball dynasty within that family.
And we're back underway here, coming off the timeout. Eastern York with the possession. Again, moving left to right on your TV screen. Just kind of lost control of that and out of bounds. It'll be Bermudian Springs ball.
That's the second time Eastern has made a silly mistake like that. In a game like this, you have to clean up those errors.
And you mentioned earlier, Bermudian Springs starting to chip away now in this lead, just down by 4. Plenty of time left here in the opening contest. Our next game will feature Delone Catholic and Dallastown. A doubleheader of action tonight, and we want to thank Brandy Shope for stepping in tonight.
I'm looking forward to all this basketball.
All this basketball talk. And a big put in there.
And just like that, they're within 2 points.
Lillian Peters now with 5 points. Just under 3.5 minutes to go. Just down by 2, Bermudian Springs. Backcourt call there, and it'll be Bermudian Springs ball. And momentum now seems to be on the Eagle side, Brandy. And this game,
it's going to be a matchup. Today, this game's going to be back and forth the entire time. I'm looking forward to an exciting one.
Rest your vocal cords. We're going to need you here for game 1 of 2 tonight. And we'll be back tomorrow with the boys semifinals.
And I'm going to have to try my best to be partial tomorrow night as I cheer on the West York Bulldogs.
Yeah, the West York Bulldog. No stranger to Bulldog territory.
That is number 10, third foul.
And we're just not before halftime, really, with 2:54 to go. And I'm going to remind the fans, you get 5 of them, so she's teetering right now.
And that's tough because she's a tough player for Eastern, one of their starters. You know, that's going to hurt a little.
And that's when you kind of hope you have a deep bench, Brandy, with some other players that can come in and step up. For Coach Seitz. And a steal for Bermudian Springs.
You can't miss those. One-on-one, you can't miss that.
No, those are the shots that you need to make.
Block. She's definitely stepped her body in there.
And it's
the only bad part is Ariana's been making a plethora of foul shots.
You said it, yeah. I mean, 8 points right now.
Number 4, Ariana Seitz.
I think what I like most about these games is looking in the crowd and seeing all the different people. I see girls from Central, from West York, from Dallastown, there's just a lot of people here watching.
Just not, you mentioned, just not Eastern York and Bermudian Springs fans. And I think what the fans are hearing, they're saying that it was last touched by Eastern York. As it stands right now, Eastern York looks to have the possession, but that's where some of the discrepancies coming up. And they modify things, and again, now it's Bermudian Springs ball. Much now to the dismay of head coach Seitz of Eastern York. And it's getting loud in here, Brandy.
The official, Marty Ness, went ahead and overruled the call, seeing a touch. He has, that's why there's 3 officials. There's different angles.
just below us, there's a strong contingent of Bermudian Springs fans, and they're making their presence felt here. We talked about earlier the Eastern York student section.
So there was a foul on Elena Neal. That set them into 1-1. It's 1-1 for both sides, so we're going to see a lot of foul shooting action here in the last minute and 50 seconds.
Sets Victoria Bross to the free throw line.
And both teams can make foul shots.
4 points for Victoria Bross. Make it 5. And we're tied up, Brandy, 22-22 with just under 2 minutes to go. Thank you for tuning in tonight to Sports Shooting Stars. Todd Edwards, Brandy Shope. And a missed shot there by the Eastern Golden Knights. Bermudian Springs now on the run. A lot of energy and emotion inside this gymnasium here tonight, Brandy, with these two schools. And a lot on the line. I mean, the winner of this punches their ticket to the girls' championship game taking place this Thursday. Right here, it'll be tip-off set for 7 p.m. And you mentioned the foul call, and another foul here. It's gonna send Victoria Bross to the charity line.
Since I mentioned it last, so like 27 seconds have gone off that clock. It's going to be a long minute and 30 seconds.
And it's a whole new ball game right now. We're knotted up 22-22.
And for the first time, Bermudian has taken the lead.
Yes, good observation there, and they. Six points now for Victoria Bross. And a 2-point lead now for Bermudian Springs. .109 to go here, Brandy, in the opening or second quarter. First half of action.
Both teams took deep threes that were just short.
Kendall Felix, number 22 for Eastern, down low in the post. One of the taller players. List her at 6 foot even. Her with the ball right now.
Unlike when I was in school, I was 6'2" in the program, but really only 5'11".
Oh,
She's legit.
she's 6. They call that program weight and height. You see that a lot, just not in basketball, but in other sports. 3-point shot comes up just short.
Eastern does a nice job pushing the ball up the floor.
They do.
Really using their speed in there. That's a great pass.
And those are the shots. So pivotal to make those shots. Down low, 8 seconds remain. Bermudian Springs now looking to hold for the final shot. And Brandy, we have arrived at halftime with your score: Bermudian Springs 24, Eastern York 22, and it's been a good game so far. Kind of what we expected, right?
It's exactly what I expected. Yeah. Both teams are going to fight hard. I knew Bermuda was going to come back. That coach makes very good adjustments on Bermudian's side. You know, Eastern's going to come back with something different. They got a lot of energy and a lot of speed and a lot of spunk. So it's definitely going to be neck and neck.
A close game, and we want to remind the fans to don't go anywhere. Maybe grab another bottle of water and some popcorn. Settle in for the second half of action, but right now would be a good time to thank our sponsors. We have 3 sponsors tonight, Brandy, for not just the semifinal games, but for the county championship games. S3 Performance Training, the leading training facility for student athletes in the 717 area and beyond. John Turpak and Ron Johnson specialize in strength, speed, stamina, and work with hundreds of student athletes per year. Check out S3 Performance Training And contact John Turpak or Ron Johnson at s3performancetraining.com or simply give them a call at 717-542-4247. Also, let me grab my breath here. Prestige Motor Cars of York owner Jesse Ferber has been a longtime friend of the network and has supported the program for the past 3 years. Prestige Motor Cars of York is located on the historical trail at 1899 Susquehanna Trail. The best luxury cars for $10,000 or less. Give them a call at 717-781-6750 or visit their website, Prestige Motor Cars of York, and ask for Jesse or Brian L.
And our final sponsor is To the T Outfitters. Locally owned by Chris Markey, To the T has been in business for the past 16 years. They're located on 10 Church Road, York, PA, 17406. That is a new facility. They just moved in. Bigger, better. Call them at 717-718-5533. To the T is your number one stop shop for all your screen fitting, embroidery, and team apparel. It's where teams go to get their gear. Contact them on social media sites such as Facebook or Instagram.
There you have it, our 3 sponsors tonight. And right now, we see Delone Catholic warming up here at halftime along with Dallastown, the Lady Wildcats. That'll be our second game tonight and scheduled for tip-off at around 7:30 p.m. tonight. But again, Eastern York and Bermudian Springs with the lead right now, 24-22. And we'll go through some leading scores for Eastern York. Ariana Seitz has 8 points, unofficially 8 points, leads all Eastern York Golden Knight scores. And a pretty well-balanced attack by Bermudian Springs, but Victoria Bross with 6 points leads her team right now.
Bermudian definitely has a balance within their program. There's not one person that scores every point every game. They really share the ball well.
And that's indicative of the score sheet here. Lillian Peters has 5 points, Bailey Omig 5 points, and Hannah Chenault has 5 points. So yeah, it's a well-balanced attack for Bermudian Springs, and a great first half, and looking forward to an exciting second half here as we bring the game to you. It's Brandy Shope, Todd Edwards. We'll take a brief timeout and give ourselves a bit of a break, and we'll be back here momentarily with more Sports Shooting Stars. Todd Edwards is back here. We have just over a minute and a half to go here. Both teams have made their way back from the locker room, Bermudian Springs and Eastern York, and we are just about a minute or so away from tip-off in the second half. And again, we would like to thank our sponsors tonight. I want to emphasize our 3 sponsors tonight: S3 Performance Training, Prestige Motor Cars of York, and To The T Outfitters, a new sponsor tonight. We thank them for jumping on board, and we thank Brandy Shoke for being here tonight, filling in for Dude Jones, who is another assignment tonight, unable to make it because the playoffs here kind of fell on her lap the last minute.
It is super exciting to be here. It's always great to do these local games, especially in this amazing gymnasium of York Tech.
Yes.
Jumbotrons everywhere on either side of the court, showing all type of statistics that are happening, as well as a full track at the top for people to stand. It is just a great facility.
Yeah, and we mentioned earlier, Brittany, I think this is the prototype gymnasium. We see it at West York, your school that you're close to. Dover recently built a new gymnasium. Central York, we think of Spring Grove as well. Red Lion, who hosted the opening round of the counties last weekend, another premier gym. And this falls right in line, but this may be real. I mean, they have fan admissions on both ends of the court.
This reminds me of my home gym, York College.
With the colors, and then you see the Spartans on the north side of the court here, and you feel at home. How about it?
I certainly do.
I want to remind the fans that are tuned in, Brandy Shope is an assistant volleyball coach for the girls team at York College. We're back to action there. And a foul called there, as expected on that play. It's going to send Victoria Bross back to the charity line. Brandy, how many do you think this gym can hold here, seat-wise, and not to mention the standing room only? Do you think they can get 3,000 to 5,000 in here?
I definitely think 3. I'm not sure about 5, but I would say over 3,000. I know, just to give a comparison, this is bigger than West York, and I believe West York can hold about 2,500.
Which the West York boys next week will host a matchup against Big Springs in the opening round of districts next Monday. But West York has some unfinished business here in the counties, looking to add a county championship potentially to their resume.
And they have Northeastern in the first round. I believe they played them earlier
in the season. Bermudian Springs 25, Eastern York 22. And the Eagles back in this game and with a 3-point lead.
If I were you, I'd be getting the ball anywhere where number 10 is and trying to get her out of this game. She has 3 fouls already, and she's a major contributor to the Eastern team.
And that's Abigail Hennies, who's kept scoreless. Brianna Grimm with a bucket.
That's her 5th point today. And as mentioned, she is a 1,000-point scorer for Eastern.
Pretty impressive.
She got her 1,000 points at the York Catholic game.
A lofty accomplishment anytime you can score 1,000 points, a high school level. Lillian Peters with the bucket, and 7 points now for Lillian. With just under 6 minutes to go, it gives Bermudian Springs a 3-point lead, 27-24. Eastern now moving right to left on your TV screen for the second half of action. Again, we mentioned earlier in our broadcast, the winner of this game plays the winner of Delone Catholic and Dallastown. A steal there, Bermudian Springs. That was Amelia Peters' drive to the net.
This is definitely going to be a game of foul shots.
You mentioned, yeah, in the first half, we're seeing that.
And both teams seem to knock them down, so there needs to be a small adjustment in this strategy here.
Let's go send Amelia Peters to the charity stripe. This is her first of 2 shots here.
Rebound by Ella Cornwell.
And a turnover. And a
There
kick
we
out.
go. Finishes.
Bailey Omig with the finish there, and gives her 7 points tonight. A well-balanced attack tonight for Bermudian Springs. And a 5-point lead now for the Eagles over the Golden Knights. Timeout called by head coach Jason Seitz of Eastern York. They're going to collect their thoughts right now with 4:54 to go here in the third quarter, Brandy.
They just need to clean up some of their screens are sloppy, some of their passes. They had a couple turnovers in the first half. I believe 2 passes went out of bounds. They just need to clean up a little bit. They're fast, they're quick. They need to get back to playing their game. They can't continue to allow Bermudian to dictate their playing style.
A lot on the line. Obviously, one of these teams will punch their ticket to the final, which will be played this Thursday. We're going to bring the game to you this Thursday. Tip-off set for 7 p.m. this Thursday. We'll be on the air at approximately 6:45, bringing the game to you. We mentioned a full slate of basketball. I think you may be here for a little more after tonight, right, Brandy?
That's correct. I will be here tomorrow night and possibly the championship as well, if we have voices left by the end of the week.
We may need to tag in Dew Jones here, who's on a special assignment tonight, unable to be in the broadcast booth, but he was here earlier to kick things off and to help set up the camera work, which .454 to go here in the third quarter. Bermudian Springs 29, Eastern York 24. Coming off the timeout here, Eastern's possession. And maybe some of the fans that are tuned in may not be familiar with Bermudian Springs and where they're located and what division. A lot of focus tends to be on the Division I teams and maybe Division II. But Bermudian Springs, they've arrived here in the semifinals. They've earned their way in.
That's three team fouls for the Knights very quickly again in the third quarter. That is going to send us into 1-1 fairly early.
Rebounded by Eastern York. And the put in by number 23, Victoria Zerbe, who has 7 points in tonight's game. One behind Ariana Seitz, who leads Eastern York with 8 points. And cuts into the lead for Bermudian Springs, 29-26.
Whoa! You know, those are one of the fouls that I hate. I mean, it was definitely inadvertent. She stopped. She tried to stop. She ran her over, but it messed with the play. They had to call that foul. It just, that gives them 4 fouls already, 4-0.
Nice move there.
That was a great move to the bucket.
Peters, 9 points for Lillian. Knocking on the door of double digits.
Go, go,
And a
go.
race for the
Fast break
ball.
potential.
It'll be Eastern's possession.
Back in the Golden Knights, number 1, Elaine Neal.
Elena Neal checking back in for Eastern York.
Bermudian was looking for that call to be overturned, but it was definitely touched by Bermudian last.
And a three-point shot comes up short. And a hard foul there, Brandy. You could hear that thump from up here in the broadcast booth.
That's 5 team fouls for Eastern. There's still 2:42 left in the third quarter. That's not the position you want to be in this game.
And a three-point shot. Hannah should not. Bermudian Springs with the lead, 31-26.
That's a great call. Bermudian was looking for the charge. She wasn't set. You have to go right in the middle of the body and take it right in between the chest for it to be a charge.
And Brianna Grimm at the charity stripe. 6 points now for Brianna Grimm.
And for Bermudian, for 15 million, YAIAA.
2 for 2. 7 points now for Brianna Grimm. And a timeout called by Coach Seitz of Eastern York with 2:14 to go. Again, your score, Bermudian Springs 31, Eastern York 28. Your thoughts so far, Brandy, on the game?
I still believe that it's anyone's game. It is back and forth. Good basketball. They both have completely different strategies. Again, Eastern needs to get back to their game and taking control of that fast run and gun, quick offense. Bermudian did a nice job slowing them up the second half. Started out. We'll see if they can hold it. They seem to be making the adjustment, so anyone's game.
Yes, it is. And again, the winner of this game will have a spot in the county championship this Thursday. Again, we want to emphasize that the winner of this game plays the winner of Delone Catholic in Dallastown, which we will have the game for you this Thursday night. Our coverage will begin at around 6:45. Tip-off set for 7 o'clock. The girls' championship game right here, emanating from the York County Fieldhouse.
It's good deflection by Ariana Seitz.
Seitz, yep.
She definitely has what I call a nice wingspan there.
She does.
That makes that pass difficult. You can't loft those passes. You're going to have to drive into the defense, make them commit, and then create a good bounce pass. Bermudian made the same mistake 2 times in a row.
Yeah, now this time Kendall Felix getting her hand on the ball, listed at 6 feet. A junior for Eastern York. And a bit of a trap being set up right there.
And Bermudian's coach, like I said, very smart coach, called the timeout, has his clipboard out, and is going to make that adjustment. Let's just see if they can execute.
Yep, Coach Haskins called a timeout there for Bermudian Springs, and with the timeout, be a good time to mention our sponsors tonight. The big three tonight, S3 Performance Training, Prestige Motor Cars of York, and To the T Outfitters. our new sponsor for tonight. We welcome them aboard, and they're going to be on board, Brandy, the whole way through for the semifinals and the county championship.
To the T just moved into a new building. They have expanded.
Business is good, huh?
Business is going well. They do a lot of team apparel, uniforms, embroidery. I know I use them.
They come highly recommended by the broadcast partner here, Brandy's show, to the T Outfitters. Of course, Prestige Motor Cars of York and S3 Performance Training, sponsors for tonight's game. Doubleheader action tonight. I want to remind the fans, don't go anywhere. At the conclusion of this game, we'll have game 2 between Delone Catholic and Dallastown. And tomorrow, the boys take stage right here from this gymnasium in the semifinal action tomorrow. The first game taking place at 6 p.m. tomorrow, and followed by a 7:30 tip-off for the boys tomorrow. West York, your team will be here tomorrow.
Versus Northeastern Bobcats.
And then Red Lion and Eastern York boys will square off. 7:30 matchup. And a deep 3. Our Bermudian Springs comes up short. Eastern York down by 3, 31-28. Final minute, sports fans, final minute in the third quarter. Again, Bermudian Springs 31, Eastern York 28. And a 3-point shot for Sites, in and out of the bucket. And a jump ball called. Will be Bermudian Springs possession, Brandy.
Both teams have had opportunities at the basket, and they just have to finish. This is so close.
And a relatively low-scoring game. I know maybe some of the viewers that are tuned in, maybe used to watching boys basketball and high scores. Not having that tonight here in the opening contest.
Oh, yeah. You gotta finish that.
Yeah, those are the shots that you have to make. We're about 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And an easy put in.
And we got a 1-point game.
And some confusion as to who last touched the ball again, Brandy.
So I believe that Jason is looking for them to call backcourt. I believe the official said that all 3 points were not over, but who knows what they called. He is definitely upset.
And it's been a loud crowd so far. And at the end of the third quarter, Bermudian Springs 31, Eastern York 30. And I'll tell you what, it's been an exciting first game here, Brandy.
I said it was going to be anyone's game. It's going to be a game of the adjustments. We hear the crowd going wild as the Eastern York boys are doing the worm.
Yes, the worm.
Let's take a quick second to thank our sponsors. We have To The T Outfitters. It's locally owned by Chris Markey. To The T has been in business for the past 16 years. We have S3 Performance Training, the leading training facility for student athletes in the 717 area and beyond. John Turpak and Ron Johnson specialize in strength, speed, stamina, and work with hundreds of student athletes. And finally, Prestige Motor Cars of York. Owner Jesse Ferber has been a longtime friend of the network and has supported the program for the past 3 years. Prestige Motor Cars of York is located on the historical trail at 1899 Susquehanna Trail.
And we'll get to the T Outfitters here. As you can hear, the crowd noise is mounting here inside the field house. Will be Eastern York's ball to kick things off here in the fourth quarter. Again, Bermudian Springs clinging to a 1-point lead, 31-30. Leading point scorer for Bermudian Springs, Lillian Peters with 9. And Ariana Seitz for Eastern has 8.
is shooting barely short.
A nice save there by the Bermudian Springs Eagle, and a big time shot.
Three.
10 points for Bailey Ome. She's hit double digits.
Brianna Grimm is headed to the foul line, is that correct?
Yes, number 21.
Team third. At the foul line, shooting pair for Eastern, 21, Brianna.
Makes her first a two-shot. Brianna has 8 points. Brianna Grimm leads all Eastern York scorers. And a kick out.
Nope.
A jump ball called, Brandy.
That was just a good hustle play. Eastern had the rebound, wasn't looking. Bermudian came right in. This is getting exciting.
No doubt about it. There's a lot of energy inside the field house here. And it may come down to the final shot here, Brandy, as we're in the final quarter. There's a three-point shot.
Long.
Overshot on the three. It was Amelia Peters. And the Eagles with a 2-point lead, 34-32 over the Knights. Just over 6.5 minutes to go in the fourth and final quarter.
They got to grab onto that rebound.
Eastern York looking to find their spot, their opportunity to maybe tie this up. There you go, another foul.
That's going to be number 4. Now Jason has to make a decision. Is he going to leave her in and pray she doesn't get her 5th foul, or is he going to take her out for the last 2 minutes?
Yeah, a tough decision to make here with just under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Bermudian Springs with the ball.
Oh, got your own rebound.
And the put in.
And one.
By Lillian Peters.
That's a big time play right now.
11 points now by Lillian Peters. And right now has a chance to add to that point total. I mean, again, 11 points now for Lillian Peters at the charity stripe. Make it 12 points and a 5-point lead now, Brandy, 37-32.
That made it 7 fouls, which means every time the Knights foul from here on out, it's 1-and-1 or 2 shots.
And a rebound there by number 30, Hannah Chenault for Bermudian Springs. And a turnover, Eastern York with the ball. And a nice bucket there.
Brianna was wide open under the basket.
She was calling
jumping up and down.
11 points for Brianna Grimm.
And another turnover.
And a turnover. Seitz goes to the net. Her shot comes up short. And a scramble for the ball. Bermuda Springs now with the ball, kicks it out. I tell you, much to the happiness there of the Bermuda Springs student fan base. Action happening right in front of their section. It will be Bermuda Springs ball. A 3-point lead now for the Eagles, and a 3-point shot off the mark there. Eastern York with the ball.
Brianna tried to make a pass to Ariana. Me personally, I think she should have taken it in the entire way in. But either way, they get the ball back.
And a timeout called by head coach Todd Askins of Bermuda Springs. 4:08 to go. Bermuda Springs with the 3-point lead, 37-34 over Eastern York, Brandy. To the T Outfitters, we want to mention them as one of our free sponsors, owned locally by Chris Markey. To the T Outfitters, been in business the past 16 years, located on 10 Church Road right here in York, Pennsylvania. Their contact number, 717-718-5532. To the T is your #1 stop shop for all your screen printing, embroidery, and team apparel. It's where teams go to get their gear.
And we have S3 Performance Training, the leading training facility for student athletes in the 7-1 area and beyond. John Turpak and Ron Johnson specialize in strength, speed, stamina, and work with hundreds of student athletes per year. Check out S3 Performance Training, located at 2810 East Prospect Road, York, PA. They specialize in individual and group performance to help every athlete reach their maximum potential. Contact John Turpak or Ron Johnson at s3performancetraining.com.
And we'll mention Jesse Ferber of Prestige Motor Cars, longtime friend of the network, supported the program for the past 3 years, located at 1899 Susquehanna Trail right here in York, PA. The best luxury cars for $10,000 or less. Give them a call at 717-781-6750. And with that, we're back to action here, Brandy, coming off the timeout. Eastern's possession.
Wow, you got to make those.
Yeah. The Eastern's ball, last touch by number 30. That's Hannah Chenault of Bermuda Springs. 3:56 to go.
Things are going to be tense from here on out. Such a close game. You can feel it in the gym.
And the crowd's starting to assemble, even more people starting to come in here today, Brandy. Maybe for that second game tonight between Dallastown and Delone Catholic. But they're in for a treat right now with this opening contest between Eastern York and Bermuda Springs. And a 3-point shot comes up short off the rim. The Eagles trying to find their footing here right now, Brandy, with 3 minutes to go. You notice a lot of missed shots by both teams here. And what I would say some of the more easier shots under the net. Your higher percentage shot, your 3-point shots, and out of bounds. Looks like
it was tipped by Eastern, going Bermudian ball.
The Eagles ball. And Bermudian clearly in no hurry to get their playoff. And a foul call. Seems as if we've had our fair share of fouls here tonight, Brandy. How about it? Coming from your perspective as a referee.
I mean, there's been 11 fouls called in the second half. I mean, it's 3-8. And, you know, I don't think there was anything that was egregious that they missed. So, you know, I think it's just a very aggressive half of basketball.
And Lillian Peters at the free throw line here for Bermudian Springs, looking to add to their point total, a 3-point lead. "13 points for Lillian Peters, Brandy. And the bucket. Abigail Hennies with her first points tonight. Just over 2 minutes to go, and a three-point shot made. A big-time three by Bailey Onig. 13 points for Bailey. And a turnover, Brandy. Bermudian Springs bringing the ball up court. And a 5-point lead now for the Eagles.
You gotta make those.
A 4-on-2 situation here. The kick out. And a big bucket by Hannah Chinnell. 8 points. And a timeout called by Coach Seitz. And Bermudian Springs with a lead 43-36 over Eastern York. Brianna Grimm leads Eastern York scores with 11 points and a well-balanced attack by Bermudian Springs. Lillian Peters, 13 points. Hannah Chenault with 8 points. Bailey Ormig with 13 points as well, unofficially. And Bermudian Springs, Brandy, right now knocking on the door. And you hear the student section from Bermudian Springs.
The whole right side of the court for Bermudian Springs, both sides. You can see the plethora of red out in the stands.
And you can hear it and feel it from our broadcast booth here. I want to thank you for coming in tonight, Brandy Shope. My daughter Lexi behind the camera tonight, handling duties. Has not fallen off the stage yet, so I mean that's a positive.
That's a positive for sure. Before I forget, Prestige Motor Cars of York, one of our sponsors. Jesse Ferber's been with us a long time, and it is his wife's birthday today. So happy birthday, Jen Ferber.
You're bringing all types of knowledge here to the booth tonight with some of the fans and our sponsors. Much appreciated.
You're welcome. We have a lot of people here watching us. That's the best part about this. Locally, everybody's supporting people from different areas. Got a lot of great people watching.
Well, we had some fans come up pre-game and talk to us how much they appreciated the games being shown, because some of the family members are not here in the York area. They're in other states.
Wow, that's a big
block. And a turnover, a big block there. Bermudian Springs, you would think, is not in a hurry here offensively to get a shot off. And a foul called there, Brandy.
Well, Brianna Grimm believes she was fouled down underneath the basket pretty hard. Came back, made that, slowed up the game, gave herself a chance to take a breath here. It is still 1-1. I mentioned Bermudian does not miss many foul shots.
14 points now for Bailey Omig. Leads all scorers with 1:07 to go.
As you can see, Bermudian went ahead and get off the foul line, getting ready for defense, trying to figure out how they're going to get through this last minute.
1 minute to go.
Bermudian set up to get a charge. Instead, they got a block this time.
An 8-point lead right now for Bermudian Springs.
At the foul line for Eastern, shooting pair, 21, Brianna Grimm.
Brianna has not missed many foul shots either, so
Brianna
having
Grimm
her on the line here should get them.
leads all scorers for Eastern with 11 points, Brandy. Make it 12. And with a minute to go, Eastern need these opportunities. They need to make each one of them. to pull themselves back into this game. 13 points for Brianna Grimm for Eastern, and a timeout call
by Bermudian. Again, I said I think that he's good at planning. He is thinking about how he can waste as much time off this clock as possible. 6 points is not a big enough lead for a minute.
And for Coach Haskins, the time cannot move quickly enough for him to punch his ticket potentially to the county championships, which will be played here this Thursday. Tip-off set for 7 p.m. We bring the game to you this Thursday, as we will for the Boys County Championship this Friday. Tomorrow we'll be back here on this stage for the boys semifinal. And it will be a good time, since we have a timeout, to thank our sponsors, S3 Performance Training, Prestige Motor Cars of York, and To The T Outfitters, all sponsors for tonight's broadcast. But want to remind our fans that are tuned in, they're going to be sponsors throughout the whole week for us, for the semifinals and the championship games right here, all emanating from the York County Tech Fieldhouse, which is an awesome facility. It's almost standing room only crowd here. How about it, Brandy?
Yeah, it's definitely a packed house tonight.
The seating bowl is full, and all around here in the upper tier.
And York Tech is doing a nice job. I believe they have some of their students working as security tonight, helping facilitate, showing us around this building. There was quite a maze to get in here.
There was a lot. I was surprised. And I was told there's a special door we can enter, so I'll remember that for tomorrow night. But it's a great opportunity for kids to come and pick up a trade or skill by coming here and really get out after high school and make some decent money in one of the skills and trade professions. We're back to action here. Bermudian Springs looking to keep away right now. And a foul call with 45.7 seconds to go.
Bermudian did a nice job of staying calm and working that ball over. It's very easy to get riled up with those 10 seconds there in a full court press like that.
It's going to send Amelia Peters to the charity.
And we are in double bonus, so she will have a second shot.
That's Amelia's first point tonight. And 2 for 2 from the charity. And a deep three off the rim. Rebounded by Bermudian Springs. 28 seconds and counting. And rather quickly, a foul call with 20.5 seconds to go. It's going to send Amelia Peters back to the charity stripe here. 46-38, Bermudian Springs with the lead, and seconds away from punching their ticket to the Girls County Championship. 3 points for Amelia Peters. And this is just icing on the cake, I think, if you're Bermudian Springs, Brandy. A 10-point lead, 48-38. Off the rim there, that three-point attempt. And right now, Bermudian Springs can hold the ball
this
as
game
they're
is
going to
over.
punch their ticket to the Girls County Championship. And congratulations to the Bermudian Spring Eagles on their big win tonight, 48-38 over Eastern York.
This was a heck of a game. The Knights are not done. We will see them in districts, but tonight belongs to Bermudian. They had a better game plan and they executed
They did,
flawlessly.
and congratulations to Bermudian Springs, as again, they'll be playing more basketball. Their season continues this Thursday here. They'll be part of the county championship. They'll play the winner of our next game featuring Delone Catholic in Dallastown. And don't go anywhere, sports fans. We're going to have a doubleheader tonight. That game's set to begin at around 7:25 tonight, give or take, as some of the fans exit this gymnasium and other fans may come down into the seating bowl. And a big night as Bermudian Springs advances to the county championship, and I do want to congratulate the Eagles again on a great win tonight as they move forward, Brandy. And a total team effort. We have Lillian Peters with 13 points, Bailey Omig with 13 points. We have Victoria Bross with 7 points, Hannah Chenault 8 points, all unofficial, and Amelia Peters with 4 points. A great output there by Bermudian Springs as we see Delone Catholic making their way onto the court. Undefeated, by the way, Delone Catholic, 22-0, led by a player that's going to be going to Mount St. Mary's next year, Division I player, Gianna Hodenot, which I have a feeling we'll be calling her name, Randy, throughout the next game. But Dallastown comes in here with only 2 losses as well. It should be a great matchup tonight between two great schools.
Looking forward to this matchup. Again, I go back to that good strategy. I believe Delone has the it factor this year, so we will see if the Wildcats can upset them.
Yes, we will see that as Delone Catholic looks to be making their way out onto the court for warm-ups. We're set to get underway with a second game at approximately 7:30. We'll see that game time may be pushed back a little bit, Brandy, because of the conclusion of our first game. They have to give so many minutes for the teams to warm up before they
And I
start
think
the
we're going to take a short break here while they warm up, get a drink quick, and we will be back in a couple minutes.
We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. We'll keep the camera on, and of course, we'll be back with our second game featuring Delone Catholic and Dallastown right here from York County Tech Fieldhouse. We thank you for tuning in to Sports Shooting Stars. Brandy Shope, Todd Edwards. We'll be back momentarily with more Sports Shooting Stars. We're back, Sporties fans. It's Todd Edwards. We are just minutes away here from the start of our second game tonight, featuring the Dallastown Lady Wildcats taking on the Delone Catholic Squirettes, who come into tonight's game with an undefeated record of 22-0. Delone Catholic, certainly a team to keep an eye on, and a big matchup here tonight as Dallastown comes in with only 2 losses. So it's really a heavyweight matchup tonight between both schools. And again, it should be an interesting matchup tonight. Of course, Dallastown's led by their 4-year starter, Deshante Edwards. Comes in here, number 5, a player to keep an eye on for Dallastown. On Delone Catholic, well, number 12, Gianna Hodenot, a Division I commit playing at Mount St. Mary's University in Emmitsburg, Maryland. Keep an eye on her. She'll be wearing number 12 for Delone Catholic. As both teams are finishing up their warm-ups, and we'll have player introductions here to start the second game. Want to remind the fans we'll be back tomorrow night for our semifinal boys matchups tomorrow night, taking place right here at York County Tech Fieldhouse. And then, of course, Thursday night, the girls' championship game will be played here on the hardwood floor. Previous winner from the previous game, Bermudian Springs. The Eagles will play either Dallastown or Delone Catholic. That'll be taking place Friday, tip-off set for 7 p.m. And, of course, Friday, the boys' championship game will be played here as well. All action taking place at York County Tech Fieldhouse. And York Sports Shooting Stars will be here the whole way through, broadcasting tonight, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. A full week of broadcast with Sports Shooting Stars as we bring the game to you. And I want to thank my broadcast partner for tonight, Brandy Shope.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy National Gumdrop Day, and welcome to York County School of Technology for tonight's semifinal action in the YAIAA Girls Basketball Playoffs, featuring the Squirettes of Delone Catholic and the Wildcats of Dallastown. Tonight's game is being filmed live by the Sports Shooting Stars Network. This game will be featured on Comcast Cable Channel 18 of York, White Rose Community TV YouTube channel, and on the Sports Shooting Stars Facebook page. The York Adams Interscholastic Athletic Association continues to emphasize good sportsmanship among its coaches, players, and fans. We ask you to respect the officials and opposing players and should possibly for your team. No handheld signs, banners, or noisemakers are permitted. All spectators must remain seated during play. Anyone by unsportsmanlike actions or conduct will be removed from the gymnasium. We thank you in advance for your cooperation. And now let's meet the participants for tonight's semifinal action. First for the Squirettes of Delone Catholic. At guard, a 5'8" senior, number 10, Abigail Dickinson. At guard, a 5'9" senior, number 12, Gianna. Today's officials include Ms. Jenny Horvatinovich, Mr. Bruce Martz, and Mr. Rich Warner. time, we ask that you all please rise and join in showing respect for our national anthem.
There you have it, sports fans. They're playing of the national anthem, round 2 tonight, Brandy. Are you looking forward to this matchup?
I'm absolutely looking forward to this matchup. I love watching Delone play disciplined defense. That is one of my favorite things to see, so I am interested to see what type of plan the Wildcats have. I believe the Wildcats have a slight advantage in the fact that we are in Dallastown country.
Yeah, we are.
Therefore, the fan base is going to be twice as much as Delone.
The home court advantage may tilt to Dallastown side, but you mentioned their defense for Delone Catholic. Dallastown comes in with a stingy defense as well. It'll be interesting to see, particularly Delone Catholic's offense. They're used to scoring points against this Dallastown defense on display tonight. As it looks like Trissell Guy will getting ready for tip-off here at midcourt. Maggie Hughes for Delone Catholic. I see a female official out there, Brandy.
Jenny is phenomenal. She has been training, working her way up, doing some college, and her goal is to be a G League official. So she is working her way up through the ranks.
Mentioned earlier, players to keep an eye on, and for Dallastown, Deshante Edwards, the number 5 senior, and on Delone Catholic, Gianna Hodenot, a Division I commit, set to play her basketball career at Mount St. Mary's. Olivia Stein bringing the ball up court, a player of the game for us when we featured Dallastown and Central about a week ago. Had an impressive performance. She can rain a lot of threes. Keep an eye on number 14 for Dallastown, Liv Stein. Also out in the court for Dallastown, a freshman, number 41, Praise Matthews, is the younger sister of YAIAA Matthews, who's now at the University of Delaware playing basketball. She looks very similar to her sister in playing style down low in the post.
And she is 6'1".
6'1" as a freshman. And I believe her sister at one point was 6'3". Initially went to Temple and then transferred to the University of Delaware. And right now, a scoreless game, Brandy, with 6:55 to go. Delone Catholic bringing the ball up court. They're moving left to right in their all-black jerseys. Go ahead.
And Dallastown picked up their first foul, offensive foul, right off the gate.
Dallastown in their white jerseys. Delone, the Squirettes, come in here with an undefeated record, 22-0, and swatted away there by Giselle Guy, the senior, 5'9" senior for Dallastown. 6:32 to go here in the opening quarter.
I don't know about you, but she looks taller than 5'9" from here.
Yeah, from this vantage point, no doubt. Kick out, a three-point shot off the mark.
Jump ball.
And a jump ball between number 22, Giselle Guy, and number 34, Maggie Hughes for Delone Catholic. Be Dallastown's possession. And a scoreless comment with nearly 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. We mentioned about their defenses. Well, see how that plays out during the rest of the game here, Brandy. The winner of this game plays Bermudian Springs Thursday in the Girls County Championship right here on this hardwood floor.
I'd say either one of these teams, Bermudian's definitely going to have a little bit of a challenge because of the height difference. They definitely have tall players on both of these teams.
And in a sport like basketball, that proves to be very pivotal, as you well know. Delone Catholic right now trying to find their opportunity. The first points of this game. Praise Matthews bringing the ball up court, the freshman for Dallastown. Number 41. The give to Liv Stein. That was Abby Jacobs with the ball. Number 13, going to be sent to the charity stripe for her first opportunity to put some points on the board with 5:02 to go.
They are calling that foul on the floor.
So
Rich Warner had a better position calling the foul. He said the foul was before the shot. He is giving possession to Dallastown.
Dallastown's possession, no free throw shots. They give to Praise Matthews. There's Liv Stein. Her three-point shot swatted away by number 12, Gianna Hodenot. We're going to call her name a lot again, a Division I player set to play at Mount St. Mary's University in Emmitsburg, Maryland. And there's Gianna for a three-point shot in and out of the bucket. Rebound by Liv Stein.
There must be some grease on these rims.
Or lid, one or the other. Right now we're at just over 4.5 minutes to go in a scoreless contest, Brandy. Points may be at a premium tonight, which with both these teams' defense would not surprise me.
It is early, but I can tell it's not quite as a thriller as Bermudian and Eastern.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
The first points belong to Abby Jacobs, and the and one.
Still plenty of time to get excited here, Brandy. Plenty of time here, opening quarter.
I meant to say they didn't fire out of the hole like both of the other two teams. They came out firing and hot Eastern with a 18 to, I don't know, it was like four right away.
Initially, yeah. Of course, Bermudian Springs will be in the final and the and one. 3 points for Abby Jacobs, and the score, Dallastown 3, Delone Catholic 0. Again, the winner of this game plays Bermudian Springs this Thursday. That game can be seen, Sports Shooting Stars, as we bring the game to you. Busy broadcast week for your Sports Shooting Stars. And we thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank our sponsors.
Delone is so patient.
I believe that was an offensive foul call, right?
That is the second offensive foul called in the first quarter. That normally doesn't happen that much, so.
DeShante Edwards with the ball. They give to Praise Matthews. There's Abby Jacobs there. Jump shot in and out of the bucket for Abby.
That was a great shot. She was wide open. It just.
And the kick out. 3-point shot
There we
made
go.
by Abigail Dixon. A big three there by Abigail to tie things up. 3-3. DeShante Edwards,
Good
the
pass.
give to Trissell Guy there for the rebound.
Got to finish those. She had
So
two good
close,
attempts.
but yet so far away. How about it, Brandy?
Yep.
And just over 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. You're watching Delone Catholic versus Dallastown, semifinal round. This Dallastown team, back-to-back county champions, if you recall. And then last year they did not have a county championship due to COVID. That shot off slightly, put up by Praise Matthews.
Number 10, Maggie Rowe, and number 21,
Maggie Groh checking in for Dallastown, along with number 21, Haley Jamison, as Liv Stein and Praise Matthews will take a seat on the bench. Delone Catholic's possession, moving left to right on your TV screen with just over 2.5 minutes to go.
And I see the athletic directors for both Dallastown and Delone side by side. I wonder how friendly they'll be towards the end of this competition.
They may not be standing side by side by the end of the game.
Two great people. I know them both personally. Josh Luckenball for Dallastown, Tim Bonnets for Delone Catholic. I'm sure they're nothing but the best of sports.
Caitlin Schwartz with 2 points. And a 2-point lead right now for Delone, 5-3. Deshante Edwards puts a shot up.
Ooh.
Off the mark there. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Maggie Groh bringing the ball up court.
Two sets of missed layups in a row.
I want to remind the viewers that are tuned in, Maggie Groh, her brother plays at Penn State.
Yep.
As a walk-on punter, Mitchell Groh, who's a Dallastown alum as well.
There's a lot of talent on this floor. You know, it's evident from the low-scoring game. They are playing very good defense, which I mentioned in the very beginning. You know, you had mentioned that Dallastown, it's going to be a tough battle.
And Deshante Edwards shot denied. And they give underneath.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow,
that was
ripped
a big
away.
Play.
Big shot. Wow. Caitlin Schwartz.
That was a tough girl play right there.
Caitlin Schwartz making her presence felt here on the court with 4 points. Delone 7, Dallastown 3.
Dallastown is contesting that call. Again, backcourt, all 3 parts have to be over before you go back. He reversed his call. What had happened was 1 foot went over. The ball and her other foot were still over. She brought her foot back.
Dallastown retains possession, moving the ball. Under 1 minute to go here. And a steal. I mentioned this defense, Delone Catholic. 4-point lead.
Great pass. That's going to be a travel for Delone Catholic.
That was on number 34, Maggie Hughes. Will be Dallastown's possession. And Dallastown bringing the ball up court. There's Maggie Groh to split the defense. Trisselle Guy.
She took a hard hit to the mat back there. Looks like they're giving her a possible injury timeout.
Maggie Groh should be walking it off.
Oh, they're going to call a foul on 21.
Haley Jamison with her first foul tonight.
Just a reminder for all those that are watching, YAIAA is looking for officials. This year, we were down officials. We had to reschedule some games. Multiple officials worked double headers this year. We had some people come out of retirement to help out. Brandon Parker came out of retirement from the G League, 34 years old, retiring, I know, hard to believe, but came back to help us out. We are hiring. YAIAA.com, go on, take your test. There's a great mentorship program. We need you.
There you go, a little public service announcement for officials. And we've arrived at the end of the first quarter with your score. Delone Catholic 7, Dallastown 3.
And a quick shout out to our sponsors, To The T Outfitters, locally owned by Chris Markey. To The T Outfitters has been in business the past 16 years, located at their new building on 10 Church Road, York, PA 17406. can give them a call at 717-718-5532. To the T is your one-stop shop for all your screen printing, embroidery, and team apparel. It's where teams go to get their gear.
How about S3 Performance Training, the leading training facility for student athletes in the 717 area and beyond. John Turpak and Ron Johnson specializes in strength, speed, stamina, and work with hundreds of students, athletes per year. Check out S3 Performance Training. They're located at 2810 East Prospect Road right here in York, Pennsylvania. Remember, their training is not limited to just student athletes. It's for everybody. Contact John Turpak or Ron Johnson at s3performancetraining.com or simply give them a call, 717-542-4247. And last but not least,
Prestige Motors Cars of York. Owner Jesse Ferber has been a longtime friend of the network and has supported the program for the past 3 years. Prestige Motor Cars of York is located on the historic trail at 1899 Susquehanna Trail, York, PA 17404. Best luxury cars for $10,000 or less. Give them a call at 717-781-6750 or their website, Prestige Motor Cars of York. Ask for Jesse or Brian.
we're back to action here to start the second quarter. Delone with the 7-3 lead. Wildcats possession. DeShante Edwards drive to the net. The kick out to Haley Jamison looking for three. She drives to the net. And you notice a couple of the players for Dallastown, Brandy, have the leg braces on. DeShante Edwards, I believe her season was cut short last year due to an ACL injury. And Haley Jamison has a brace on her right leg. Now she's going to be sent to the charity line here, looking for her first points tonight. Haley makes her first of 2 shots. A long history with her father, John Jamison, playing here for Dallastown, and her older sister played here for the county champions a couple years ago. The Jamison family, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Haley Jamison.
I was waving hi to a super fan, Sue Zeger. She comes to all the basketball games, boys, girls, basketball, football. She's an avid York High fan. As I had mentioned before, some of the best parts about this is I saw Mariah Shue from York Catholic, basketball player here. Sierra Gibbs from York High here. Saw some West York basketball players as well. We have some Eastern hanging around. So there's just a lot of great women basketball players here tonight.
And Delone Catholic now with the possession, up by 2, 7-5 here to start the second quarter. And you see that tough defense by Dallastown, not giving up much at all.
And the good part, though, is Delone is so patient. There's just not that many basketball teams that are that patient. They move the ball around. They're waiting for their best opportunity. And the Dallastown fans are not happy with that block call.
Yeah, Gianna Hodenot sent to the free throw line. Second foul on Haley Jamison. Gianna Hodenot looking for her first points tonight and gets it. Gianna set to play her college ball at Mount St. Mary's University in Emmitsburg, Maryland. The Catholic University as Delone Catholic. Just over 6.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Deontay Edwards and a three-point shot by Haley Jamison. It's off the mark.
Number 13, Abby Jacobs.
Abby Jacobs back in for Dallastown as Haley Jamison's going to take a seat on the bench.
No, I'm watching the coaching staff of this game, and they are much more calm, cool, and collective.
But both on their feet into the game, just
Very
as you said,
engaged.
just maybe
Very
not quite
engaged.
as animated as some of the other coaches we've seen on the sidelines.
think that comes with experience.
Yeah, and both of them have it, no doubt about it. Coach Jay Rexroth for Dallastown, Jerry Eckenrode for Delone Catholic.
Delone was going for a jump ball, but instead they got called for a hold.
Maggie Hughes, her second foul tonight. And there's DeShante Edwards, and they give to number 12, Kiera McNeely. The sophomore with her first points tonight. Pulls Dallastown within one, 8-7 to Delone Catholic. .5:30 to go here in the second quarter.
Delone Catholic foul number 12, Gianna Hotnot for her first, team six.
Foul called on Gianna Hotnot, her first foul. It's Maggie Groh with the ball. They give to DeShante Edwards, bringing the ball up court for Dallastown. And a turnover, Delone Catholic's ball.
Dallastown foul number 12, Kiera McNeely for her first. Team four. Checking in for the Wildcats, number 41, Praise Matthews.
Praise Matthews checking back in for Dallastown as Haley Jameson's taking a breather on the bench. That was Caitlin Schwartz drive to the net.
Basket made by number 40, Caitlin Schwartz.
We still have 5 minutes left in the first half, and there has been 10 fouls called already.
Ladies foul, her first team fifth.
Seven points for Caitlin Schwartz. Leads all scorers in tonight's game with just under 5 minutes to go, Brandy. 11-7 Delone over Dallastown. And those scoreboards are our friends tonight, no doubt about it, Brandy, with keeping us up to date on fouls, points, and everything else in between. Even pictures of the players.
It does make it easier.
Yes.
If I was building a gym, I'd want those jumbotrons.
Yeah. Foul number 33, McKenna Moore, her second, team seventh. At the foul line, shooting pair of
Abby
Dallas,
Jacobs.
13, Abby Jacobs.
Sent to the free throw line.
Returning to the Squarettes, number 43, Emily McKeon.
4 points now for Abby Jacobs. Leads all Dallastown scores. And pulls Dallastown within 3, 11-8 with 4:31 to go before halftime.
Checking in for Dallastown, number 4, Alana Dow.
Alana Dow checking in as DeShante Edwards is going to take a breather. Very unusual to see DeShante Edwards step out. She's a player that typically plays close to 32 minutes.
Looks like Coach is just having a quick chat. She's grabbing water. I have a feeling she'll check back in shortly.
Yeah, no injury or any, just taking a little bit of a breather right now. DeShante Edwards for Dallastown.
Oh, no.
And a timeout called by Coach Eckenrode of Delone Catholic.
Timeout called by Delone Catholic.
With 4:18 to go, Delone Catholic 11, Dallastown 9. And a leading scorer, Caitlin Schwartz, has 7 points. And for Dallastown, Abby Jacobs has 5 points. And I guess you mentioned earlier the defense. Well, it's been on display tonight, and a fairly low-scoring game here in the second quarter, Brandy.
And both teams have missed a couple layups here and there. You know, but it's even. It's even. It's not like it's one-sided. It's not like it's lopsided. We saw that a little bit in the Bermudian Eastern game. A lot of shots going around the rim. So it's interesting. I think there's a lot of nerves whenever you keep going in these tournaments, and a lot of memories that are being made.
Oh yeah, no doubt about all the above. And the big stage, a big crowd tonight, and what a way to christen this new field house here with the girls' semifinal round tonight. Full slate of basketball action. Grace Matthews under the net, and the foot in.
That wingspan that I was talking about earlier. Woo!
6'1", the freshman, gets her first points tonight. The younger sister of YAIAA Matthews, who's now at University of Delaware. Foul called on number 4, Alana Dow, 5'5" freshman. She's going to check out, and back in Deshante Edwards. You knew she was not going to be sitting out very long, Brandy. Deshante Edwards back in. Still scoreless, Deshante Edwards, as this game's knotted up 11-11. Some confusion right now with the amount of fouls. I believe that's what I'm picking up.
I believe they thought it was going to be 1-1, but it's 1-1 for Delone.
And a whole new ball game here, Brandy. 11-11 with just over 3.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. They give underneath. Not much elbow room in there, down low in the post.
This gym's a little quieter than it was at the Bermudian Eastern game.
And it looks like it's thinned out a little bit as well for this game, which is surprising because this matchup here are really two big schools, two great schools going at it tonight. Delone Catholic, again, as I mentioned, comes into this game undefeated. And Dallastown only has 2 losses on the year. Both teams getting ready for districts, but they have a little unfinished business right now on the county championship level here, Brandy, tonight. Deshante Edwards, who averages about 15 points per game, has not scored any so far tonight, and it's a little unusual to see her coming slow out of the gate tonight. You mentioned Delone Catholic. You could tell very patient, waiting for their shot. Deshante Edwards matched up against Gianna Odinot. It should be a fun matchup seeing the 2 players go at it here. Gianna, Division I commit, the Mount St. Mary's against Deshante Edwards. Thought about a deep 3 there, Brandy. Tricell Guy with a foul. It's going to send Gianna
We still
to the
have
free
2
throw.
minutes, all but 2 minutes left, and there has been 14 fouls called. That could jeopardize
Fouls are in
things.
the air. How about it?
That's right.
I mean, it's
It could jeopardize things later in the game. I mean, right now we're still okay. It looks like they're evenly being called in regards to both teams and without players. So.
And we talked earlier in the previous game about rhythm, and sometimes when you get all these fouls called, it's hard to get in a rhythm and find your rhythm. But right now, Delone Catholic with a 2-point lead, 13-11, and a steal and a turnover. Delone Catholic with the ball. Coach Eckenrode not happy with that call. Letting one official know about it, too. But it's going to send...
I believe he wanted the first foul called instead of the second. I'm not sure that it was a foul. I mean, here's the thing about officiating. Okay? We all have an angle that we're looking at. We have fans have an angle. In this gym, you have a million angles.
Yeah, no
but
doubt.
really, they're looking at a zone on the court, so you just don't know.
And speaking of angle, we have a certain angle up here in the broadcast booth as well. Deshante Edwards shot off, balance. Giselle Guy under the net. Maggie Groh drives to the net. Her shot off. Big shot there.
And one.
And an and one. 5 points now for Gianna, and you can kind of see why she's going to the next level.
Number 22 from Dallastown is obviously frustrated.
Yes.
That again looked more like a tripping foul. We had talked about those earlier, kind of incidental contact. They were both going.
Yeah, Trisselle Guy not happy with herself on that last play, but right now Delone Catholic with a 5-point lead, 16-11, with just over a minute to go here in the second quarter. Sports Shooting Stars, we thank you for watching tonight. Brandy Shope, Todd Edwards.
Last minute play in the second quarter.
And Dallastown's going to a spread. They're going to open up the offense and watch their team go to work. In my personal opinion, they're going to try to hold off for the last shot, but we'll see how it goes.
Maggie Groh with the ball to give to Haley Jamison. Praise Matthews on the court, Trisselle Guy. Down low underneath, and the put in. 4 points for the freshman Praise Matthews. 20 seconds to go and counting. A 3-point lead for Delone, 16-13. And Gianna looks content, Brandy, to hold for the final shot. 10 seconds and counting. And getting a little scrappy down there on the floor between Haley Jamison and Caitlin Schwartz of Delone.
It's going to be a jump ball. There's 0.2 seconds left. All they're going to do is face guard right here. They don't want to get the ball in or quick.
And there gets it off, but short. And we've arrived at halftime with your score. Delone Catholic 16, Dallastown 13.
This is a tough matchup.
Both defenses, you mentioned it, and they've showed up, and consequently it shows up in the scoreboard right now. A total between the two teams of 29 points in the first half, and not exactly an offensive fireworks tonight, but if you like defense, you're seeing that on display, and maybe throw in some fouls as well. You almost have as many fouls as you do points. I mean, an interesting matchup, but it would be a good time right now since we've arrived at halftime to thank our sponsors. 3 big sponsors tonight: S3 Performance Training, Prestige Motor Cars of York, and To The T Outfitters. 3 sponsors that are not just going to be sponsors for tonight's game, but the whole way through to the county championships. Thursday, we'll have the girls' championship. Bermudian Springs will play the winner of this game, and then the boys' championships Friday night. A full slate of basketball action taking place, Brandy, and I hope you'll be here for the rest of the way.
I'm looking forward to it. It is a lot of basketball this week, but great preparation as most of these teams enter into districts.
Oh, yeah, and districts begin next week. We mentioned she's a West York fan. West York will be playing host to Big Spring next Monday, so if you want to go out, one of the local teams that are going to be playing a home game, I know Dallastown will have a home game next week, the girls team, along with Central, and I believe the Red Lion girls will have a district home game as well. All district action starts next week, and all roads lead to the sweetest place on earth, the Giant Center, for the championships. So it's a fun time. If you're a basketball fan, it's a fun time of the year because you have high school basketball, which then leads into March Madness.
Which is my favorite time of year.
So yeah, it's going to be a great time, But a lot of high school basketball this week, and we want to thank the fans and thank our sponsors. And we're gonna. Any highlights that you'd like to talk about before we take a brief break in the action here?
I'll be interested to see what each coach does in this huddle at halftime to make a little bit of adjustments. I don't think that we're going to see any huge adjustments from either team. The defense is just on point for both teams, just a couple tweaks here and there. Shots were not falling as well for Dallastown. They had a couple times that they had great shots at the rim. So see if when they switch sides of the court, if a couple of them can fall.
If that helps. Well, leading point scorer for Dallastown, Abby Jacobs has 5, and Praise Matthews with 4. Delone Catholic, looks like here, Caitlin Schwartz has 7 points, followed by Gianna Hodnott, who has 6 points. So kind of a well-balanced attack there for Delone Catholic. And, of course, the halftime score, Delone Catholic 16, Dallastown 13. As we are here at halftime at the York County Tech Fieldhouse, a beautiful venue for action. Again, we'll be here all week. Brandy Shope, my daughter behind the camera tonight. No Dude Jones on special assignment tonight, but we thank you for tuning in tonight, and we'll take a brief break and be back with more action momentarily with Sports Shooting Stars. We're back, sports fans. Todd Edwards, dude, Brandy Shope. I'm so used to saying dude, Brandy Shope. Yeah, caught myself. Much like we caught ourselves. I want to thank a fan for tuning in and giving us some information about YAIAA Matthews. She's now at Lafayette College.
Changed her mind.
She changed her mind. She was considering going to University of Delaware. Changed her mind now at Lafayette. Initially committed to Temple University. So we're glad for the correction. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with all this information, Brandy.
The
Especially on the
internet,
fly.
contrary to popular belief, is not always correct.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't have reliable sources, and that's what happened. And thankfully, in your case, we provided us with a reliable source and details on where the older sister of Praise Matthews is now playing college basketball.
I know we're watching Delone and Dallastown, but I can't help myself. Go Bulldogs! Looking forward to tomorrow night watching the boys. The girls had a tough matchup. They did lose to Dallastown, which is why Dallastown is here tonight.
Yes.
But they will be playing in district, so go Lady Bulldogs. Looking forward to watching them both.
Yeah, they're
boys
both going to be
tomorrow.
there. Boys tomorrow night will be here at this field house. And we're starting off the Dallastown possession, getting ready to start the third quarter, and we're underway. DeShante Edwards with the ball. Liv Stein, Praise Matthews, Drissel Guy, and Abby Jacobs. And a travel called on number 13, Abby Jacobs.
And I believe we had an injury in the Bermudian game.
Yes, we did, remember.
Leah Belnier is actually going to be out on Thursday with a sprained ankle.
Ooh.
So that will be definitely a loss for Bermudian as they take on the winner of tonight's contest.
Yeah, the Bermudian Springs punched their ticket to the finals. They'll be playing Thursday, either Dallastown or Delone Catholic. Right now, Delone Catholic with a 3-point lead. We're just getting starting. If you just joined us here in the third quarter, a doubleheader action tonight. Our second game, and we'll be back tomorrow right here at the field house at York County School of Technology, as the boys will take center court tomorrow. But tonight, it's all about the girls.
Just a reminder, we are always looking for sponsors. If you're interested in sponsoring any of these games, we bring the game to you, and we are always looking to advertise.
Yeah, we have a new sponsor tonight. To the T Outfitters, a new sponsor tonight, and we thank them for jumping on board Sports Shooting Stars, along with Prestige Motor Cars of York and S3 Performance Training. 3 sponsors for tonight's game, and all week long, actually, with our semifinal action and championship games.
Both these teams are playing extremely disciplined. It is, amazing to see. Dallastown had a turnover. Now Delone had a turnover. Back to back. They really are mirroring and matching.
They are, and the first team maybe to 30, Brandy, may end up winning this game. At this rate, maybe to 20. It's... Liv Stein for 3. Again, she was raining threes against Central a week ago. She was our player of the game. Here's Praise Matthews bringing the ball up court for Dallastown in a steal attempt. Dallastown maintains possession with 5:53 to go.
A big thank you to York Tech for hosting this beautiful new gymnasium. Awesome jumbotrons, great seating, amazing track.
It is.
It's
everything
going
you want,
good.
right? Even a concession stand here as well. So it's everything you want. Praise Matthews puts a shot up off the rim. Her 3-point shot. That was Maggie Hughes down low in the post. She's going to be sent to the charity line. Maggie Hughes looking for her first points tonight.
Dallastown foul number 14, Lydia Stein, her second.
Lydia Stein with her second foul. And a timeout called by head coach Jay Rexroth.
I think they call that icing the foul shooter.
Is that what you call kind of like a timeout call before a big-time field goal in football? Yeah. In this case, a free throw shot. Maggie Hughes will be sent to the line here, coming off the timeout. With 5:25 to go, Delone Catholic 16, Dallastown 13. Caitlin Schwartz leads all scores with 7 points, followed by Gianna Hodnott, who has 6 points. For Dallastown, Abby Jacobs has 5 points. And slow scoring here so far to kick things off in the third quarter, Brandy.
Defense, defense, defense.
Well, they say in football, defense wins championships. We'll see if that can carry over tonight with these two teams.
And I wonder, with Delone winning so many games, sometimes you need to lose one so that you can take it the whole way. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Maggie Hughes misses her first of 2 shots here. We'll see if she can pull things together here. Delone up by 3, 16-13. More like a football score here, 16-13. Make it 17-13. Dallastown possession. And a turnover there. Delone Catholic with the ball. Just over 5 minutes to go. And a deep 3. Rebounded by Delone Catholic. Use it down low. Squirettes will maintain possession.
I got a foul on 41. Grace Matthews.
Her second foul.
That's her second foul. And that was an off-the-ball foul.
I tell you, Maggie Hughes making her presence felt down low in the post number 34 for Delone Catholic. She certainly wants that ball and makes every effort to get it down low.
The crowd's going wild. They didn't want that jump ball. They want to watch them fight it out.
Yeah, and certainly Maggie Hughes can be one of those fighters for your team. She's making her presence known down low.
Those girls are tough.
Deshante Edwards with the ball. Held scoreless right now, which kind of surprised me with Deshante Edwards. No points yet in tonight's game. And you got to think, Brandy, if Dallastown wants to get this going, she's got to get going for this team as the point. Ball went out of bounds. Delone ball with 4:16 to go.
And
a timeout call by Jay Rexroth.
Unforced turnover prompted this timeout. They need to clean it up. Dallastown has got to clean it up. They're in this game. They're making some selective errors and just not, their offense just isn't on fire right now. They got to get in a groove.
And it would be a good time right now to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. S3 Performance Training, the leading training facility for student athletes in the 717 area and beyond. John Turpak or Ron Johnson specialize in strength, speed, stamina, and work with hundreds of students, athletes per year. Check out S3 Performance Training. You can contact John Turpak or Ron Johnson at s3performancetraining.com or give them a call at 717-542-4247.
And Prestige Motor Cars of York. Owner Jesse Ferber has been a longtime friend of the network and has supported the program the past 3 years. Prestige Motor Cars of York is located on the historical trail at 1899 Susquehanna Trail in York. Best luxury cars for $10,000 or less. Give them a call at 717-781-6750 or their website, Prestige Motor Cars of York. Ask for Jesse or Brian.
And we're back to action here. We'll mention to the T Outfitters on our next break. But right now, back to action. Delone Catholic with the ball. Dallastown on defense. Dallastown down by 4 with just over 4 minutes to go, 17-13. Three-point shot. Delone Catholic's ball. 4 minutes even here, Brandy.
My favorite thing to see sometimes is the good sportsmanship. Both girls went up, Dallastown went down, Delone Catholic helped her up.
Helping each other up.
It's an intense game, it's tough.
Emotions are high between both schools. One team will advance to the county championship. Dallastown looking to get back there essentially would be for their 3rd year. Last year they did not have a county championship, but prior to that, 1 point Dallastown back-to-back county champions.
No championship last year
Correct.
due to COVID, so they're ready to retain.
And a big shot.
And she made it on the board!
Deshaunte Edwards.
With her first points tonight, and you were just kind of waiting for her to put it in tonight for her first score. Dallastown down by 2, 17-15. Praise Matthews. Third foul.
Number 10, Maggie Groh. Number 21, Haley Jameson.
Haley Jameson checking in along with Maggie Groh.
Praise
For
is trying
Dallastown.
to explain to the official that she's not holding, she believes she's getting held, shall I say. I apologize.
And a deep 3.
Woo.
Maggie Hughes down low. And the referees conferring near midcourt here, Brandy, to determine who last touched it.
Dallastown is clearly upset with that call.
And Coach Jay Rexroth not happy with that call, talking to the official. Praise Matthews at her 4th foul. Did I hear that correctly? Getting a little chippy out there on the floor right now. Believe between number 21, Haley Jameson for Dallastown. And number 10, Abigail Bigson. Liv Stein with the ball. Delone pressing here right now, Brandy.
And they held them 10-second
10
turnover.
seconds,
You
yeah.
cannot let that happen.
You don't see that called too often. And
You really don't.
No,
Dallastown only thinks it was 6 seconds.
and a steal.
Ooh, the slippy spot on the floor. Both players went down.
Maggie Groh drives to the net. Slow to get up right now, Maggie Groh. Maybe shaken up on the play. It looks as if she, or maybe her right leg. Liv Stein helping her up to her feet. Pretty intense game here, Brandy. You can feel the intensity level, particularly on the court between these two teams. And a 4-point lead right now for Delone, 19-15.
Dallastown is definitely trying to come out in a more aggressive defense this half. I'm not sure that this is the defense that they need right now. I'm not saying that aggression isn't it, but
Nine points now for Gianna Hodnott. Looking to hit double digits here potentially with her second free throw. 20-15. Make it 10 points for Gianna. Bringing the ball up court, Deshante Edwards for Dallastown. And a spin move there by Deshante Edwards. Sends Deshante Edwards to the free throw line, being fouled. Abigail Jacoby for Delone with the foul. Oh no, there's a correction to that. Abigail Vixen, number 10, with the foul. Deshante Edwards now with 3 points with 1:19 to go here in the third quarter. Four points for Deshante Edwards. Pulls Dallastown within 4, 21-17. Delone Catholic up with just over a minute to go here in the third quarter. Some of the fans not happy with that call, Brandy.
And they're going to call that on the floor. It's going to be a possession only. However, it's 1-1.
Gianna Hodnott now at the free throw line. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. The kick out to Haley Jamison. Liv Stein with the ball. Haley Jamison overshot that three-point attempt.
That was some good defense.
Travel called. And again, we mentioned these defenses from both teams. 24 seconds to go, Brandy.
The crowd was fired up. They wanted that travel call right away.
Right. A lot of the players for Dallastown do the call as well.
I hear all these passionate fans, and I just want to mention again, PIAA.com, we are looking for officials. Anyone that loves the game of basketball, we will mentor you. We would love to have you. It's such a rewarding experience, mentoring young people and being a part of the game.
Delone Catholic looking to hold for the final possession. at the end of 3 quarters. Delone Catholic 21, Dallastown 17.
This is a passionate basketball game. It is anyone's game. In all fairness, we thought potentially Delone could come out here and take a sweeping lead at 22-0, but
No,
both of their defenses have proven to be difficult.
No doubt about it. We're seeing that. I mentioned it earlier. I mean, maybe the first team to 30 will win this game. The final 8 minutes are upon us. Do want to make mention of one of our sponsors, To the T Outfitters, owned locally by Chris Markey. To the T Outfitters has been in business the past 16 years. They're located on 10 Church Road right here in York, Pennsylvania. Their contact number, 717-718-5532. To the T is your #1 stop shop for all your screen printing, embroidery, and team apparel. It's where teams go to get their gear. Contact them on their social media sites such as Facebook and Instagram. And thank you to all 3 of our sponsors tonight. They were big. S3 Performance Training, along with Prestige Motor Cars, allowed us to be broadcasting the game and bringing the game to you, not just tonight, but the whole week through, here with the semifinals and the county championships.
Just got some information from a fan out there that mentioned that Delone's McKenna Mummert will be furthering her education and basketball career at Elizabethtown College.
E-Town, okay, there we go. Thank you for that information. E-Town College.
I can't imagine a lot of these girls won't play at the next level. There's a heck of a good basketball going on today.
And we're back underway here in the 4th quarter. Dallastown with the possession, moving left to right in their white jerseys. Abigail Vigson bringing the ball up for the Squirettes.
And for all you that are tuning in, the chat is open. So feel free to send us some suggestions. We're not going to do a player of the game, but we will be doing a player of the tournament. So as you're watching, think about who you think has really been the superstar of these playoffs.
And a big 3 there by Liv Stein. Her shot comes up short. Delone setting their offense up, a deep 3, and makes it. Gianna Hodnott. 13 points for Gianna Hodnott, and a timeout called by head coach Jay Rexroth of Dallastown. And just like that, Delone up a 10-point lead, 27-17 over the Wildcats of Dallastown.
Dallastown is going to have to put some gas in that tank and get things going right now. They do not have any time to waste because once Delone gets hot, they are not cooling off.
Well, they come in here, we mentioned they're undefeated with a 22-0 record, and leading scorer right now, all scorers, Gianna Hodnott with 13 points. So you can see why she's going to the next level, a Division I player playing at Mount St. Mary's College. For Dallastown, Abby Jacobs have 5 points, but it's been a pretty quiet offense for Dallastown tonight, and right now they're down by 10 with 6:53 to go here in the 4th and final quarter. Want to remind the fans we'll be back tomorrow night. The boys will take center stage tomorrow night. The West York Bulldogs will be here. How about the Red Lion Lions? And 2 other teams will be here as well. The final 4. I'm kind of drawing a blank right now. Northeastern, thank you. And West York. Followed by Eastern York and Red Lion. Yes, caught up in the girls' action tonight.
That's what we said. We said the brothers were going to be here. So Jason Seitz was here with the Eastern girls tonight. And then Justin Seitz, his brother, will be here with the Eastern boys.
With Eastern, Austin Ballman, along with Carter Wamsley, lead Eastern York's attack. We'll see them tomorrow night. But right now it's the girls. And the winner of this game will play the Bermudian Spring Eagles. Thursday night tip-off set for 7 o'clock. We'll go on the air at 6:45 with Sports Shooting Stars Thursday for the girls' championship. And then the boys' championship Friday night. Tip-off set for 7 p.m. on Friday. Down to the final 4 for boys tomorrow night. Off the ankles of Giselle Guy, Delone Catholic's possession, just over 6.5 minutes to go.
Big thanks to York Tech for hosting these games. It's a beautiful facility. We're happy to be here.
And yeah, we're happy to hear. And I got a feeling they may be coming back here. I mean, it's such a nice venue. And a three-point shot. Just like that. 16 points for Gianna Hodnott. And right now, you talk about players of the game, maybe potentially. Gianna lighting it up tonight here for Delone. 30-17, Delone Catholic. And they're clearly in the driver's seat right now, Brandy, with 5:57 to go.
Yeah, she seems to be on fire. She hit her groove.
You talk about rhythm. She's in their rhythm. Delone's found their rhythm. Can Dallastown stop it and recover with 5:57 to go? Giselle Dye at the free throw line. Her first point tonight. The 5'9" senior for Dallastown.
By Delone, cut right under the Dallastown player, right off of her leg to retain possession.
Giselle Guy with a rebound. Jump ball, Brandy.
Possession, Delone Catholic.
I thought that was a great call. As soon as she started driving in, 2 hands on the ball. If Delone takes this game, it will be an Adams County rivalry.
It will be interesting to note, yeah, and a scramble for the ball there, but yeah, Bermudian Springs. And it's interesting to see some different teams in the tournament here making a push. Of course, Bermudian Spring Eagles will be there Thursday night, awaiting the winner of this matchup. McKenna Mummert at the free throw line right now with 5:12 to go. As we mentioned, Delone clearly in the driver's seat right now. McKenna Mummert, 5'8" senior. We mentioned earlier, going to E-Town to further her education and play basketball.
I believe that Jenny just called a double foul. Let's see what she's going to call right now.
5 on Shante Edwards.
Okay, on Delone Catholic, number 40, she called a hold. On number 5, Dallastown, she called a hold. So she called a double foul as they were in a tussle, shall we say, underneath the basket.
Caitlin Schwartz, foul called on Delone Catholic. Shante Edwards. It will be Dallastown's possession. 5:09 to go. And Dallastown really needs to dial in now with just over 5 minutes to go. DeShante Edwards, shot falls in. 6 points for DeShante Edwards.
Great block by the senior from Dallastown.
A lot of body contact down low there, Brandy, kind of letting them play, surprisingly. Here's Liv Stein.
It's going to be 1-1. Actually, it's going to be 2. We're in the double bonus.
Yep.
Going to the foul line for Delone Catholic, 34 Maggie Hughes. She is shooting a pair.
Maggie Hughes sent to the free throw line. 4:26 to go. A 10-point lead for Delone, 31-21.
I'd be interested to see what Delone's free throw percentage and Bermudians is. They both shoot very well from the line.
They do. Yeah, they.
And it looks like she came to play.
She did. Now finally turning it up here. Deshante Edwards, 8 points. Leads all scores for Dallastown. And she's sent to the charity line here with 4:20 to go.
Let's see if she can cut this lead to single digits. And there it is.
A 9-point lead right now. Delone Catholic in a trap. Maggie Groh with the steal. Number 10, Maggie Groh, a junior for Dallastown. He's sent to the free throw line.
And Delone's going to take a full timeout.
Coach Eckenrode, Delone Catholic is going to take a timeout with 4:13 to go. Delone Catholic 33, Dallastown 24. Go ahead.
We just want to say a quick thank you to our sponsors, To the T Outfitters, locally owned by Chris Markey. To the T Outfitters has been in business the past 16 years, located on 10 Church Road in their new facility. They expanded. To the T is your one-stop shop for all your screen printing, embroidery, and team apparel. It's where teams go to get their gear. The phone number there is 717-718-5532. Thank you, Chris, and To the T for sponsoring tonight as well as tomorrow.
Yeah, the whole week through, no doubt about it. And of course, Prestige Motor Cars of York owner Jesse Ferber has been a longtime friend of the network and supported the program for the past 3 years. Prestige Motor Cars of York's located the historical trail at 1899 Susquehanna Trail right here in York, Pennsylvania. The best luxury cars for $10,000 or less. Give them a call at 717-781-6750 or visit their website, Prestige Motor Cars of York, and ask for Jesse or Brian L.
And a final thank you to S3 Performance Training, the leading training facility for student athletes in the 717 area and beyond. John Turpak or Ron Johnson specializes in strength, speed, stamina, and works with hundreds of student athletes per year. Check out S3 Performance Training at www.s3performancetraining.com or call 717-542-4247.
There you have it, our sponsors. Maggie Groh missed her first of 2 shots here at the free throw line. Looking to score her first point tonight.
Quick mention, both teams are in the bonus.
A jump ball called. Ball will stay with Dallastown. Dallastown, Deshante looking to reset the offense here. And a turnover. Ball goes to Delone Catholic. Third foul called on Deshante Edwards. Hodnott sent to the free throw line. Already has 16 points. Looking to add to her point total.
And she has 2 shots. That's not who I'd want to send to the foul line right now.
– 17 points.
Splash City.
City. 17 of the 34 points for Delone belong to Gianna. Make it 18 points. And Brandy, if you're Delone right now with this lead, you're in no hurry to get the shot off. Work the ball around. Take some time off the clock. Right now, 3:12 to go in the fourth quarter.
Dallastown foul number 13, Abby Jacobs, her second.
This is another half of high fouls. This is going to be a long 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
McKenna Mummert set to the free throw line.
For all you boys and girls watching, foul shots matter,
Yeah.
as we can tell in the last 2 games.
Yes. And you can never practice that shot enough. How about it?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
For aspiring players that are watching tonight's broadcast.
Foul number 40, Caitlin Schwartz. That is her third. Team 8.
It's going to send Drissel Guy to the
It's
free
going to
throw
be
line.
1-1.
2:59 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thank you for tuning into Sports Shooting Stars tonight. Timeout called by Coach Eckenrode with 2:37 to go. Delone Catholic with a comfortable lead, 36-24, Brandy.
Coach Eckenrode was strategically trying to figure out how to retain this ball. He is trying to run time off the clock. Delone is very patient. They are going to try to run Dallastown all around this court.
And if you're in Delone Catholic side, I mean, right now you have a comfortable lead. Chip some time off the clock here if you're the Squirettes. Dallastown's the one that has to play catch up. Some fans starting to make their way out of the game here tonight. Presumably some Dallastown fans.
I just got a comment from one of our viewers. They're practicing their foul shots now. Really excited about that.
Out in that cold weather right now, huh? Their driveway. Delone with the ball.
Oh!
Off the feet of the Delone Catholic player.
You got to make that.
2 minutes even to go here in the fourth quarter.
I told you this was going to be a long couple minutes here at the end.
Team 9. At the foul line for Dallastown, shoot the pair.
Abby Jacobs sent to the free throw line. Points for Abby Jacobs.
Blocked by Dallastown.
And a turnover. Delone Catholic now with the ball. Back and forth here. Abby Jacobs called on the foul, her third foul. It's going to send Abigail Vixen to the free throw line. She has 6 points tonight. Your score, Delone Catholic 36, Dallastown 25.
As Delone drops back, ready for defense.
They are.
They are only considering running time off that clock.
Grace Matthews brings the ball up for Dallastown.
See a shout out to Kevin Glover. He came here with his AAU team, girls AAU team, to watch.
A scramble for the ball. See some of the frustration right now displayed by Deshante Edwards in Dallastown. Only lost 2 games coming into tonight's game. Fourth
I
foul
saw
call.
the referee take a quick look there after the ball was slammed. Wasn't really sure what he was going to do. Thought possibly it could have been a technical foul, but you know, this is an emotional game. They're working their butts off. They worked their butts off to get here. You know.
.120 to go here in the fourth quarter.
And based on the thinning of the crowd, I think that they believe this game is over. But as we all know,
There's still
plenty of time.
One thing about that, Brandy, post-game will be an easy exit for us. We won't have much traffic to contend with by the time we exit the field house here.
As we are going to be moving in here the next
Yeah, you might as well
several
get
days.
comfortable. Yeah. Deshante Edwards at the free throw line. She hits double digits with 10 points. Deshante leads all Dallastown scorers with 10
She had
points.
a little bit of a slow start there,
but picked things up in the second half of the game. Delone Catholic 38, Dallastown 26, 1:05 to go. And I believe that's the fifth foul. Deshante Edwards fouled out. Alana Dow will be in to replace Deshante Edwards, the 5'5" freshman for Dallastown, number 4.
this has been a heck of a defensive game. I certainly wasn't expecting this score at the end based on the first half, but they are really starting to, you know, hit their strides there.
Well, you can see why Delone Catholic comes into with an undefeated record. An impressive soon-to-be victory here for Delone Catholic. And a 3-point shot put up by Dallastown.
Shots just are not falling for them.
They are not.
It's a double dribble on Delone.
Some of the younger players now entering for Dallastown, getting some seconds out on the court here with 44 seconds.
I think this is where Delone makes an adjustment as well. I think they take all their starters out at this point and rest themselves for the championship.
Much deserved, yeah, and it would appear as if Delone Catholic will punch their ticket to the girls' championship game, which will be played here this Thursday. Tip-off set for 7 p.m. And that matchup, Delone Catholic versus Bermuda Springs, as my partner mentioned, a battle of Adams County. How about it in YAIAA?
I usually get the opportunity to officiate Bermudian and Delone at the beginning of the season, whether it be scrimmage, whether it be at the beginning of the season. So I'm really excited to see this game.
.29 seconds to go.
I believe we had, what did we say, 15 or 16 fouls in the first half, and 20 so far in the second half.
At the free throw line, number 11, McKenna Kelly, 5'6" junior. And a scramble for the ball.
And that makes
Kieran
21 fouls.
21.
Right.
And the score right now, Delone Catholic 39, Dallastown 26. At the free throw line, Kiera McNeely, who has 2 points for Dallastown, the 5'7" sophomore. Dallastown will maintain possession. 19 seconds to go. And the put in. Alana Dow with her first bucket tonight. The 5'5" freshman playing for Dallastown. And that clock, the waning seconds here, Brandy. And Delone Catholic did it.
39 to 28. Delone Catholic will meet the Bermudian Spring Eagles for the county championship.
And the county championship, and what a game, and what a matchup that's going to be. Delone Catholic will be 23-0, taking on the Eagles of Bermudian Springs right here. A battle of Adams County Thursday night tip-off, 7 o'clock between those two schools. But we'll have more basketball tomorrow night in the semifinal matchup with the boys take center court. Northeastern versus West York and Red Lion versus Eastern York. A battle tomorrow night with the semifinals. Looking forward to being back here. Will you be here tomorrow night as well?
I will be here tomorrow night, both as a super fan for the Bulldogs and as a very non-partial-ish.
Non-partial. That's the challenge when you're making these calls.
Non-partial-ish.
Be non-partisan, yeah, calling it down the middle. And that's the challenge sometimes. And it'll be tough for you tomorrow, a West York Bulldog.
Well, you'll certainly get those reactions out of me that you get each game as I'm watching, because I believe both sets of matchups tomorrow are going to be another set of excellent basketball. These ladies fought hard tonight. They played well. Make sure that when you're watching this or re-watching this, that you're thinking about who should be the player of the tournament.
I think this one with Delone Catholic's pretty easy. I mean, I would have to go with number 12, Gianna Hodnot, who had finished with 18 points. A pretty impressive performance tonight for Delone Catholic. I mean, we think back to Bermudian Springs here. They had a couple players, Lillian Peters with 13 points, Bailey Omig with 13 points. Just a couple players there for Bermudian Springs to keep an eye on. We'll get to see them again Thursday along with this Delone Catholic team. But tomorrow, as I mentioned, the boys take center court, and looking forward to that, Brandy. I want to thank you for coming in and doing what you do, amongst many hats that you wear as a co-host here with Sports Shooting Stars. We thank you, and I want to thank the fans and also our sponsors, S3 Performance Training, Prestige Motor Cars of York, and our third new sponsor
To the
tonight.
T Outfitters.
Yes, all major sponsors. They're going to be sponsors for the whole series that we have here tomorrow, the semifinals and the county championships taking place here Thursday, first the girls, and Friday the boys, right here on this hardwood floor. Looking forward to getting back to it. But we'll have to get some sleep beforehand. How about it? And some rest. So for Todd Edwards, Brandy Shope, thank you, sports fans, for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow night right back here at York County Tech Fieldhouse for more basketball as the boys take center stage for Sports Shooting Stars. Have a good night.